everybody. Welcome to Calling All Kids. I have a bunch of kids on the show today. It is our, what edition is this? What holiday is coming up? Don't yell it out. Raise your hand. What holiday is coming up, Tyler?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. So this is our Valentine's Day special. I'd like to introduce my guests, as I always do, and we don't have anybody new today, but let's see. We have, starting with Caroline, and then we have Laura, and then we have Michael and Tyler, and Michael number 2, and Tony, and Shauna. So raise your hand if you can tell the audience out there what you are coloring right now. What are you coloring, Shauna?
Pokemon.
Pokemon what? Pokemon what, Laura?
Cards.
Pokemon Valentine cards. Tyler?
A picture.
A picture. It's a picture. And what they do is we have a little Valentine thing here, see, and they color it, and then you fold it in half, and then they... You want to? Okay. And then you give it to your friends as a little Valentine card. Now, I want to go over a couple of things with you guys really quick because we have a couple other activities that you can be doing while we're reading our Valentine book, okay? First of all, everybody look up for a second. We have a Valentine crossword puzzle. Here you see the words down here, and somehow you have to make them fit in this puzzle. Okay? That's one fun thing you can do.
Where's the puzzles?
It's right here, and you can sit next to Laura, and she can show you how to do it. Then everybody look up again. We have a Valentine's word search. These words right here are somewhere in here. And when you find something, or we are going to do what we did last time, when you're doing your word search and you find a word, you have to raise your hand and use it in a sentence for me, okay? So those are a couple fun things that you can be doing while we're reading our story, okay? How about we do, raise your hand if you want the Valentine crossword first. Raise your hand if you want Valentine crossword. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, raise your hand if you want the word search first. Okay, word search wins. Here you go, sweet pea, yep. Sure, absolutely. What's the question, Tyler? It's what? What, Ty? Here you go, Michael.
Are we going to be able to do both?
Yes. Here you go, Tony. Here you go, Shauna. Maybe you can help. Maybe you can help Tony with that, okay? Yes, Michael.
Can we use our pens for this?
Yes, you can use your pens for that. Okay, now, I know you get excited when you have little crafty things to do, but just keep it down just a little bit because we also have to read a book today, okay? It's called Arthur's Great Big Valentine.
I don't have a pen.
You don't have a pen. Here's a pen.
Thanks.
Now, sweetie, it's a little harder for you, so you use a crayon, okay? Okay, now make sure you're listening to my story because this is a very good story. I'm going to read the book and then I'll show you the pictures, okay? It was a snowy Valentine's Day. Arthur was getting ready to go out. He put on his boots and his scarf. He put on his hat and his mittens. Violet was making valentines. She drew red and yellow flowers and big red hearts. I am making 10 valentines, she said. 5 for my best friends and 5 for my not-so-best friends. How many are you making, Arthur? Everybody look at the picture and tell me what kind of animal is Arthur? And what's the other name? Violet. Michael. They're monkeys. None, said Arthur. I don't have any best friends. I thought Norman was your best friend, said Violet. He was, said Arthur, but he got mad when I played Tarzan. I was swinging from the branch where he was sitting. The branch broke and he fell down and ripped his new jacket. Now he has a secret club and he will not let me be in it. What does it look like Arthur is going to do based on what he's wearing? What do you think Arthur might be heading out to do, Laura?
Go outside.
Go outside?
And I found most of the words.
Okay, well, we'll go over the words after we're done with the story, okay? And Valentine's Day is in February, which is a very warm month, isn't it? I mean, what am I saying? I'm wishful thinking. It's a cold month, isn't it? What are some outdoor sports that you guys can do outside? Caroline? Sledding? Good job. Michael? Hockey is something, yep, if the ice is safe. Michael? Skiing, excellent. Laura?
Snowboarding.
Snowboarding, very, very good Well, let's see what Arthur's going to do. You could make Valentines for your not-so-best friends, said Violet. All of my not-so-best friends are in Norman's secret club, said Arthur. I think I will go have a snowball fight by myself. You can't have a snowball fight by yourself, said Violet. Yes, I can, said Arthur. Watch me. Arthur went outside. He made a snowball and threw it high in the air. Do you guys play throw snowballs? I hope you don't.
I do.
You do? Where do you don't throw them? Where? Okay.
No, I just throw them.
You just throw. Well, you have a huge yard, Tyler. So remember to raise your hands. Shauna, where do you throw them? Yes, sweetie.
I
Yes.
throw them in my backyard at Michael.
You throw them in your backyard at Michael.
Michael too. Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys are careful.
Free.
Then he ran fast so he would be under the snowball when it came down, but he did not run fast enough. The snowball came down, splat, right in front of him. Well, said Arthur, lots of times I am under it when it comes down, so I can have a snowball fight by myself. Have any of you tried to have a snowball fight by yourselves?
No.
Tyler?
Well, not exactly a snowball fight, but I throw snowballs and try to run and catch them.
Oh, so you kind of throw them like baseball. You try to throw them and try to catch them. That's good.
But I
Laura?
don't get halfway.
Hey, you're all done with your, okay, we'll go over the word searches in a minute, okay, sweetie? Let's find out what else happens to Arthur here. What did you make? Oh, very nice. Okay, everybody listening to my story here?
Yeah.
I will have a snowball fight with you, said Violet. I will be your friend. Little sisters can't be your friend, said Arthur. They cry if a snowball hits them. I promise not to cry if you promise not to pack your snowballs too hard, said Violet. Okay, said Arthur, I promise. Violet ran to get her coat and hat and mittens and boots. Arthur practiced hitting himself with snowballs. What can make a snowball hard? What can make a snowball really hard, Michael? Ice. Or very wet snow. You know how sometimes when it's just cold enough to snow, it's very wet? Tyler.
I made one today.
You did?
Because when I was walking home,
Yeah.
I packed the snowball really hard and I threw it.
And you threw it, Laura?
Well, I made one big snowball and then I circled around it a lot and I made an apple that looked like it was eaten.
Awesome.
And in my school 6 years ago, somebody got hit with an ice ball and I took it to the emergency room.
Oh, yeah, so you have to be really careful, huh? Arthur threw a snowball up high and ran very fast, but when the snowball came down, Arthur was not under it. Wilma was coming down the path, and Wilma was under it. Splat, the snowball landed right on Wilma's head. Look at poor Wilma. Do you think she looks very happy? No, she doesn't look. Tyler?
No.
Tony, think she looks happy? Yes or no? Look at her. She got a snowball on her head. I don't think so. Michael?
I don't think she does. I haven't seen a snowball.
I don't think she's so thrilled about this. Let's find out what happens. That was not very nice, Arthur, said Wilma. I came over to invite you and Violet to my Valentine party, but maybe I will just invite Violet. I don't care, said Arthur. Who else is coming to your party? Norman and his little brother Tony, said Wilma, and Peter and John and Sally and Tessa. Then I would not come anyway, said Arthur. Wilma, called Violet, do you want to have a snowball fight with me and Arthur? Sweet pea, hey, shh, don't do that, okay? I can't, said Wilma. I am giving out invitations to my Valentine party. She gave Violet a big red heart. It said, my Valentine party. It had a blue balloon pasted on it. Inside there was a picture of pink frosted cookies and little heart-shaped candies and vanilla ice cream. Underneath the picture it said, the candy is red, the balloons are blue. It will be a great party if you can come too. Have you guys done Valentines in school? Tyler?
We are, and we're bringing them on Monday.
You're doing Valentines at home and you're bringing them in on Monday? Okay, Shauna?
Me and Michael are already done with our Valentine's cards, and they're all in the envelopes, and we already made Valentine's boxes, and they're at school.
They're at school already. Wow. I wish I would have thought to have you guys bring some in to show me what you made. Michael?
We have to make Valentine's for everyone in our class, including our sisters,
Oh.
including our teachers, and then we bring them in on
On Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day, That seems like that's pretty much what everybody's doing. Laura,
In art today, we made some.
you made Valentine's in art today. Okay, let's find out who's going to this party. Arthur looked at the picture, then he made another snowball. Where is Arthur's invitation, asked Violet. I do not want one, said Arthur quickly. Norman is coming to the party, so I can't. That is a shame, said Wilma. We are having cinnamon candy and pink frosted cookies and vanilla ice cream. Okay, guys. And hot chocolate. You should make up with Norman. Now, is he fighting with Norman? Why is he fighting with Norman? Does anybody know? Laura.
Because he was playing Tarzan and swinging on the ramps that Norman was sitting in and it fell.
Very. That sounds right to me. Michael, what do you think?
Same thing.
Same thing. Tyler.
I think he doesn't like him.
Just doesn't like him.
No, because the Tarzan.
Because of the Tarzan thing?
He ripped his coat.
And he ripped his coat. Michael, what do you think?
I think the same thing, that he ripped his coat.
That he ripped his coat. Okay, one more page and then I'll give you your next puzzle, okay? Norman will not speak to me, said Arthur. I can't make up with him. You should give Norman a Valentine, said Wilma. Then you could be friends again. I made 10 Valentines, Violet said to Wilma. The best one is for you because you are my best friend. I will bring it to the party. Can I see the other Valentines, asked Wilma. Okay, said Violet. So it looks like Wilma and Violet are pretty good friends, aren't they?
Yep.
What do you think Norman will do? Tyler, what do you think Arthur will do? Think he'll make a Valentine for Norman? Try to make up with him?
No. I think he's going to make one for his sister, maybe.
You think he's going to make one for his sister? Okay. Well, let's pause for a moment, and I'll give you your next
Wait, what about
crossword puzzle.
the sentence?
Oh yeah, we're going to go over it.
yeah.
We'll do that after
After
we finish the book and after we do this. Here you go, sweetie. Keep that with you because there you go. Here you go, Tony. You can color if you want. Caroline, you can color too if you want. Now pay attention to the story because remember we talk a lot about what's going on here. Violet and Wilma started towards the house. Hey, yelled Arthur. I thought we were having a snowball fight. I will be back soon, called Violet. Phooey, said Arthur. Little sisters are no fun. Arthur sat down. He drew a heart in the snow. You guys listening? What did Arthur draw in the snow?
A heart.
Good job. That was just a test. You did good. Inside the heart, he wrote, Violet, you are no fun, and this is true. If I had a friend, it would not be you. Well, that wasn't very nice, was it? Hey, Arthur, called Peter. Is Violet at home? Peter was pulling a sled. On the sled, there was a box. What do you think's in the box? See the box? What do you think, Michael?
Valentine cards.
Probably Valentine cards. I think I'd have to agree with you. Inside the box, there were big and little envelopes. Sweetie, don't kick, okay? Or do it lightly. What are those? Asked Arthur. Valentine, said Peter. I made a whole bunch and I am selling. I deliver for free if you buy one. I have a whole stack to deliver to Violet. Has anybody heard that? Selling Valentines around the street? I never heard that. Peter looked in the box. He pulled out all the envelopes that were marked Violet. Are there any for me? Asked Arthur. Peter looked in the box again. Nope, he said, not one. But you could buy some and send them to yourself. Here, these are 2 for 25 cents. Peter took out a Valentine and showed it to Arthur. Why do you think that Arthur is not getting any Valentines? Why do you think? Raise your hand. Michael.
Because he's that guy that's selling them. He's selling
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Them. He's selling them, but because Arthur can't buy them for himself. But if like one of his friends buys one for him, then he can get them again.
Right, because see, Arthur's really not buying any for anybody else either. So, you know, it's a friendship is a give and take, and, you know, he has to come around and send some to his friends, too. It was a heart-shaped flower with a picture of a bee on it. It said, be my Valentine, and I will call you Honey. Pretty cute, isn't it, said Peter. You could send a couple of these to yourself. I'm not sending any Valentines to myself, yelled Arthur. Okay, okay, said Peter. I just thought you might like to get one. Peter went to deliver Violet's Valentines. Arthur sat down again. He drew another heart in the snow. Inside the heart, he wrote, Valentines are stupid. Some people get many. I don't care if I ever get any. Do you think that's true, or do you think he really would like to get one? Michael.
Really like to get one.
Really like to get one. Do you guys like to get Valentines?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you get older, you don't do like...
I was going to get one of them, too. too.
I know you're going to get Valentines too. Have you made Valentines?
Mama's gonna get a Valentine. I was not here today because he's at home.
Who's at home?
I was at home.
Who's at home, Laura? Who's she saying? Your friend. Your friend's at home, and that's who you're going to get your Valentines from?
And my daughter's gonna come here today.
Oh, they were going to come with you, right? But I guess they didn't. But maybe next time.
But daughter's gonna come here.
Oh, okay. Plop, some snow trickled down Arthur's neck. Someone bumped against his back and tumbled over him. It was Norman's little brother, Tony. Hey, yelled Arthur, why don't you watch where you're going? I am sorry, Arthur, said Tony. I did not see you because I was walking backwards. Who is known for walking into things? That would be me. Well, turn around and walk frontward, yelled Arthur. I can't, said Tony. I'm making backward tracks in the snow to trick Norman so he will think I went the other way. Arthur looked at Tony's tracks. That is pretty neat, he said. It does look like you went the other way. Why do you want to trick Norman? That's a pretty, I kind of like that too. That's kind of clever. Why do you think he's trying to trick Norman? Tyler.
So he doesn't see him, and so Norman won't yell at him.
Because Norman is the older brother, so maybe Tyler thinks maybe he's trying to hide so that he won't find Tony and won't yell at him. What do you think, Laura? Why do you think he's making backwards footprints in the snow so that his brother thinks he went a different way? That's pretty clever, isn't it?
Because he's going, probably they're going to play hide and seek.
That's a good idea too, that maybe they were playing hide and seek and so this is his way of trying to trick him. Well, I'm trying to hide because he made a secret Valentine and I know the secret, said Tony. Now he is after me, so I will not tell before he delivers it. Who is Norman's Valentine for? Asked Arthur. I will tell you if you promise not to tell Norman. I will tell you if you promise not to tell Norman I told you, said Tony. That is easy, said Arthur. I never tell Norman anything anymore. Do you promise? Asked Tony. I promise, said Arthur. Cross your heart and hope to die? Asked Tony. Cross my heart and hope to die, said Arthur. Okay, said Tony, and he whispered something in Arthur's ear. Arthur opened his eyes very wide. Do you mean it? He asked. You promised not to tell, said Tony. Does anybody think they know what the secret could be?
Me.
Oh, what do you think, Caroline? They have boots and gloves on. Very good. Tyler, what do you think the secret is?
How to make a Valentine.
Tyler thinks the secret is how you make a Valentine. Michael?
I think he wrote a Valentine to Violet because he likes her, and then Tony found out, and then he's gonna go tell somebody, so Norman just wanted to stop him.
I think I might agree with you. Laura, what do you think?
I agree with him, and I have another idea.
What's the other idea?
That it's to Arthur.
That it's to Arthur to maybe
friends.
to be friends. Those were my two thoughts too. I thought either maybe he wants to make up with Norman or give one to Violet. Oh boy, said Arthur. I have to do something about this fast. Arthur started to walk away. But you promised, yelled Tony. Cross your heart and hope to die. I know, said Arthur, and I'm not telling. Then where are you going? Asked Tony. I'm not going anywhere, said Arthur. I'm just making tracks in the snow. Watch me. Violet and Wilma came outside. What are you doing, Arthur? Called Wilma. He is making tracks in the snow, said Tony. Arthur is making a big heart with his tracks, said Violet. He is making a Valentine. Arthur made a big heart in the snow with his footprints. See how he did it? See his footprints? Made a heart in the snow with the footprints. Inside the heart, he wrote a poem. And the poem says, you are my pal and my buddy too. Please be my friend, Norman. I really miss you. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Now, let me read it again. You are my pal and my buddy too. Please be my friend,
I miss you.
Norman. I really miss you. Isn't that sweet? So what do you think it is now that you saw the Valentine? Now what do you think the secret was, Tyler? Do you think it was one, we kind of narrowed it down. Do you think it was that Norman was going to give a Valentine to Violet, or do you think he was going to give a Valentine to Arthur? Arthur, making up. Just as Arthur finished, Norman came down the path. He was holding a big white envelope. When he saw Arthur's Valentine, he stopped and read it. You are my pal and my buddy too. Please be my friend, Norman. I really miss you. Do you really mean it, Arthur? He asked. I really mean it, said Arthur. Well, said Norman, I have a Valentine for you too. Norman gave Arthur the envelope. Inside there was a big red heart. On the heart there was a picture, red and blue flowers. Under the picture it said, Arthur, roses are red, violets are blue. I wish we were friends again. There is no one like you. See the Valentine? Isn't that neat? See the Valentine? That's the Valentine with the flowers on it, see? So, oh boy, said Arthur. Oh boy, now Arthur can come to the Valentine party, said Violet. That's right, said Wilma, if he promises not to throw any more snowballs at me. But Arthur promised to have a snowball fight with me, said Violet. Arthur looked at Norman. Norman looked at Arthur. Let's go, buddy, yelled Arthur. Come on, pal, yelled Norman. Me too, shouted Tony. I get first shot, called Violet. She made a big snowball and threw it. It landed splat on Arthur's head. So they all had a big snowball fight, and Wilma joined in too. And inside the women. Then they went to Wilma's Valentine party. They had ice cream and cinnamon candy and frosted cookies and hot chocolate. This is my best Valentine's Day, said Arthur.
I birthday and a picture.
Yeah. He made a big heart with the cinnamon candies.
Is there cake on there?
I don't see any cake. I see cookies. I see candy. I see hot chocolate. I don't see cake. He made a big heart with cinnamon candies and his vanilla ice cream. And inside the heart, he wrote friends. See the friends? How he wrote friends?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a nice little thing. All right, let's.
You.
Oh, that's great. That's lovely. Just lovely. Didn't we have some sort of announcement this show? I know that Laura mentioned to me secretly that it is her father's birthday. Now, is it today?
No, it was yesterday.
It was yesterday. So, as a rule, we'll have to sing happy birthday. He's the big 4-0. I turned the big 3-0 last month, folks. Yes, I did. Wasn't there something else I was going to say? Oh, I was going to wish Michael, you congratulations, because didn't you get into a special camp this year?
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about your camp that you're going to.
Well, it's called College Gate, and what it is a school since my class is my teacher sent home a thing of all like things you could do in the summer. But we picked College Gate, and then we send home a list of things you can do in it.
Yeah.
And then we like write down the thing, and then we and it says like a list of things, and we like put like 1, 2, and 3. Like what is it? We like one the first one we really want to go to.
Yeah.
And then we just keep going and then we send home a thing saying which ones were accepted and which ones weren't.
And you were.
Yep.
And are you excited for that?
Yes.
That's great. When are you going? Do you know what month that is?
I think it's. Why is it a special camp? In the summer.
It's in the summer?
Yeah.
Laura.
Why is it a special camp?
Well, I think that it's only a selected few that end up going to it, and it's kind of neat. It's not like your typical camp like sports and stuff. He does a lot. It's like an educational type thing. All right, let's go over our. First of all, everybody hold up your pictures that your Pokemons. Where are your Pokemons that you colored?
There you are.
Excellent, excellent. We'll just hold up a few here. See, folks? Yeah, we've got some here, and we've got some more here. Lovely, lovely. Artistic work is just absolutely lovely. Oh, yes, and Michael also traced his Pokemon, so he's got 2, yeah. Oh, and Laura drew. Now, is this me? Oh, good.
French girl.
Well, that's very good. You're quite an artist. That's a picture that Laura drew, which is excellent. And this is also supposed to be me, per Shauna. Not really sure.
Out of the way.
Oh yeah, I can see it now. You gave me a kind of a big head, didn't you? Do you think I have a big head?
Don't worry.
But it's great. She did a great job. Do you see the blonde hair?
It's just you.
Oh, thanks. All right, we don't have much more time. Thank you. You two can look at that. Why don't you sit down there and look at it together? Now listen, why don't we go over, we only have like 5 more minutes. Why don't we go over your word search? Okay, raise your hand. We'll go right around the circle. Okay. Laura, use one of the words that you found in a sentence.
Friend. My best friend is named Paige.
Excellent.
Friend.
Michael.
Love. I love my sister named Katie.
Excellent, Michael. Tyler.
Pink. Pink used to be my favorite color.
And I
Me too. Excellent job, Tyler. Michael.
I did one.
Heart. I drew a heart.
Excellent. Shauna.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
Excellent job. Okay, let's see. Okay, we'll start again. Laura?
I like sweet cake, and I like hearts with lace on it.
Okay, good job. Michael, do you have another sentence for me?
Yep. Roses. That is my there's a different one. Laces. Sometimes I have laces on my shoes.
Excellent. Tyler?
Friend. My best friend is no one.
My best friend is no one. Okay. Michael?
Friend. Tyler is my friend.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Shauna, can you think of another sentence here for me, sweet pea, or no? Not right now.
Pink. Pink is my favorite color.
Pink is my favorite color, too.
Let's go around again.
Actually, red is.
Okay, let's go around again. Laura, go ahead.
I love the show.
Oh, I love the show, too. Michael?
Red. Red is a Valentine's color.
Excellent. Tyler?
Love. No.
You can think of a word.
Roses. I like roses because they're red and they're close to pink.
You know what? Roses. I can think of a sentence for you for roses. Tell your dad to get roses for Sandy, and some big ones, and a lot of them. Tell him to buy like 24 of them.
How about some sweet roses?
No, just roses that are very, very, very big and expensive, because Sandy deserves it.
Entire lace around it.
Michael?
Hold on.
Real quick.
Pass.
Pass. Shauna, last one.
I just had it in my head.
That's okay, sweetie. When you're under pressure, it's hard to think, isn't
I
it?
know, I'll take hers. Friend. Shauna's friend is, what's Alana? Alana.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't like
Yes.
her.
I don't like her.
Shauna has.
All right, listen. We have one other announcement to make.
Friend
Don't
is a
wait.
boy.
Tyler, Tony, Haley out in the background. Listen, do we have a new addition to the family? No, folks, Sandy's not pregnant again, as everyone might think. They have a dog, don't you?
Yeah.
And what kind of dog do you have?
St. Bernard.
St. Bernard. And it's a puppy, and what's the name? You didn't tell me the name.
Millie. Short for Millennium.
Millie! Oh, I love it. That's great. Now listen, we have to sing. We don't have any more time, Laura. If you want to sing to your dad, we have to skip it, sweetie. So the name is going to be Laura's dad. Ready? Oh, look it. Actually, we have Millie here. Hi, Millie. Everybody look at Millie. Oh, Millie, come here. And this is Millie. All right, as we go out, we're going to sing to Laura's father. Instead of the name, sing happy birthday to Laura's father. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.